Hey guys, it's Carla. Today I'm working on a canvas panel with acrylic paint. This is white, medium yellow, permanent red, phthalo blue, and burnt umber. And I'm just going to be working with these 3 different sizes of synthetic angle brushes today. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and get my cat blocked in. And for this base coat, I just want to use I'm just going to use brown for this. So I just want to get him completely blocked in. It's always good to have a dark base coat so that then you've kind of already got your shadow color in and you can just highlight on top of it. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry for a little bit, and I'll go ahead and start on my window. So I think first I'm just going to go in with white and again get it all locked in. I'm still able to see my pencil lines under there, so I'm not losing anything by doing this. And since this is just a base coat, I don't have to be super careful with it or smooth or anything. It's just want to get this color under there. All right, now for down here, it's kind of going to be brownish, but I don't want to use just brown because then I'll lose my cat. So I'm going to just mix up a little bit lighter shade than the cat. Again, I'm not being careful at all. It's just very loose and messy. And don't forget to leave some of your red background peeking through here and there if you like that look. Okay, now I've almost got everything blocked in. I just gotta kind of put in the outside light. So I'm gonna pick up some yellow and white. I want it to be kind of bright out there. I'll mix up a little bit of green to go back there, just to give it some interest. Okay. All right, now I can come back to my cat and start putting in some other colors. All right, I'm switching to a little bit smaller brush. And you can make your cat any color that you want it. I know we all have different color animals and stuff, so you might have a black cat, you might have orange or whatever. Okay, so I'll start right here with the leg. And just kind of scumble in. I'm using the tip of my angle brush. Just kind of scumble in some of this highlight. Just very loosely. Maybe this cat has some tiger stripes. I'm just kind of dabbing in. I actually don't have a cat, so I'm not making it any specific color for any specific reason, but you can if you have a cat. But I'm just kind of scumbling in some color. So go ahead and shape his tail. Kind of comes up like that. If you have a cat, you could take a picture of the back of him when he's kind of sitting like this and kind of go off that picture. He's got some stripes on his tail. I'm going to mix up a really dark, almost black shade with blue and brown and put in some of the deeper shadows right here where his neck is. It'll be darker. Down here for sure. If you're going off a picture of your cat, then there's not so much guesswork, but I'm just kind of guessing at it. Okay, now I'll come back to that later. Put in some more highlights. Okay, I'll go ahead and maybe get some of my lines put back in. And notice I'm skipping around. I don't want to make one big solid line. Okay, now I need to decide which way my shadow is going to be cast. I think I'll have it cast off this way, which means the light is coming from here. So this would be the shaded side. Okay. I'll be good on the lines. Okay, so now I've got to come up with a color for my window. Maybe a little bit of almost a purplish blue. See how that looks. A little bit more white. Alright, we'll let that dry for a little while, and I'm going to go ahead and come down here and put in some highlights. Well, and some darker shadows, like right here. So maybe this is the ledge that he's sitting on. And maybe this is a wall, so I probably need to change the color of it. I'm just kind of using what color is on my brush and on my palette and just come up with something. This lighter color will help his tail show up better too. And maybe darker here and there. All right, now this, let's scoop up what's left of that. Kind of put in some maybe wood grain. Alright, okay, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the cat. And maybe a really pale yellow. Because if the sun is shining through here, then it's going to be picking up some bright highlights. And I'm dabbing it so that with the tip of my brush, so that I kind of get that furry look. Again, I'm keeping in mind where my light is coming from. It's coming from the left. So that's the side that's going to be the most highlighted. Actually, maybe the little paw would have a little more highlight. It's right against the window. Okay. Alright, now I'll use that same color to brighten it up a little more outside here and there, very loosely. Okay, so I've got to determine what my window, how my window's kind of formed. So with a very almost white purple, I'll come in and highlight where I feel that like the light would be hitting it the most. Broken lines, remember. Maybe this is kind of angled so it would get some highlight. That might be good on there. I might brush some of this down into here. Okay, so now I need a cast shadow for the cat. So I want this almost black color again. Alright, so my light's coming from here, so my shadow would come down here, maybe off the edge there. And it wouldn't be down here on the wall because shadows don't bend that way. That wall is not getting any light, so it wouldn't get the shadow either. But I think it does need to be a little darker. But while I've got this, I'm going to go ahead and use it everywhere that I need it. Okay, so typically when something is casting a dark shadow, the shadow will be dark, but also it'll kind of blend in with right where the object is touching the shadow, so that you can't tell where one stops and one starts. And that helps it to be seated in there better, so it doesn't look like it's just kind of pasted on there. And let's see. Go back to my bigger brush. So with that shadow color watered down a little bit, I'm going to darken this. That's too dark. A little more water. Because I don't like that sharp difference right there between the shadow and the wall. And I feel like this would be darker. Yeah, I like that better. And then maybe this part of the window is not getting much light. Oh, I need to cast a shadow for the tail. Gotta think about where that might be. I don't know. I don't even know that it would have a shadow right there, but looks good to me. I'll soften this one up a little bit. And maybe right here, maybe the arm would cast a shadow. Let's see. Pretty touching right there. But not down here. I'm just guessing at this. And this pale yellow will just kind of brighten up some of the highlights. All right, now I need to take one more look at my cat. I think I'll go to this really small synthetic angle brush and water this down a little bit. And just kind of indicate some fur. I don't want to get detailed with it, but if you just put in a few here and there, then that's plenty. Alright, I believe that's it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Give it a try. And until next time, God bless you.